Hey Libra, welcome to your weekly forecast for the 18th through the 24th. We're going to connect here and see what's going on for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Happy birthday to those of you Libras that are finishing up Libra season, who came in at the end of the Libra season. Our Libra, Scorpio cuspers as well. We're going to see what's coming up for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Setting the intention for the 18th through the 24th of October. I don't know if I said September. I meant October. October, okay, 18 through 24. If you stumble upon this video outside of those time frames, don't you worry. You found it when you were meant to. Okay, my dears. So, first card here is the Judgment card. This is a Major Arcana card. Okay, Major Arcana cards are going to come up anytime that we're at a significant crossroads, anytime that we're at a significant transition or change or shift. It's when we're coming into a new chapter in our life. Okay, everything you're experiencing right now is directly connected to what you came here to experience. So they're very formative, very important times. The Judgment card can be that some of you are feeling the need to do something more important, or you might be feeling called to a particular way of service, like a way that you're wanting to help or bring about change, or you're wanting to do something more meaningful. You might feel that you're feeling more passionate about your beliefs or becoming more clear about what you believe. Now, I set the intention in the weekly forecasts to talk about everything other than love, okay? But sometimes for me, the Justice card, and it doesn't have to be love or romance, it could be any relationship. The Justice card can come, the Judgment card can come up for me when you're dealing with a person or a situation that you're really trying to bring up the vibration. Like you're trying to bring somebody up to your level, or it's a toxic situation and you're trying to get a hold of it and bring about light in the scenario. But when I see the Judgment card come up, it's telling me that instead of you bringing this person or this group or this organization or this workplace up to your level, it's going to drag you down to theirs. Okay, so for some of you, this could be a love relationship. If you're looking for love and romance, those are linked in the description of this video, the love video playlist. But it doesn't have to be love. It could be something within your family. It could be a work situation. Just know this, that sometimes for me in my readings, Judgment card comes up to say that you're trying to pull something up to high vibration, but it's pulling you down to theirs. Or you're at a very significant crossroads where you're having to choose the direction your life is going to go into, right? You might be preparing to sacrifice something and you're like, do I really want to sacrifice this? Do I really want to give this up? So this is a big crossroads, Libra. You're coming upon a big crossroads. The next card that's coming up for you guys is the Temperance card. Wow, I just got chills. I just got chills. Okay, now, for me in my readings, when the Major Arcana cards come in back to back, it's telling me that you're in a situation where there's massive energy shifting. So you're breaking out of past life agreements, things that no longer serve you. It's a massive energetic shift where really big changes are going to happen in a really short period of time. The reason why it gave me chills is because the Temperance card is obviously a card about divine timing, but one of the layers of this card is stepping onto your life path. Stepping onto the path of doing something, again, that you're feeling called to do. So Libra, this is telling me a lot of you are looking for more purposeful way of spending your time. Or you're asking yourself, like, what am I doing with my life? And what is important to me? And what are my priorities? What are my principles? What are some ways in which I would like to bring about positive change in my lifetime? I feel some of you are thinking about legacy, and maybe in the past you were thinking about legacy in the terms of like financially what you were going to leave behind. Maybe you had this vision that you were going to leave behind this massive sprawling estate, or this really successful business or company, and now you're thinking more along the lines of what will people say about me generations from now, or how will I have left a positive impact, or what will I have instilled in my children or in my grandchildren. So a lot of you are turning this around into more meaningful interaction, more meaningful connection. Okay, now the Temperance card is also associated with the astrological sign of Sagittarius. Some of you may be finding yourselves at a really important crossroads or make it or break it period with a Sagittarius. If you have a Sagittarius placement, there can be really big changes and shifts happening for you in that area of your life as well. It can mean that as well coming up in my readings. So your next card coming up here, Libra, is the Five of Wands. Yeah, this is it, guys. You guys are having to make a big decision, and it cannot be delayed. This is now. This is the time that it's coming in. Some of you know what you want to do, but you've been very scared to do it. It's been difficult for you to do it. It's been challenging for you to do it. So this is telling me that as we're coming into the full moon in Aries, okay, full moon in Aries, this is what many of you are going to release. The thing that has been holding you back from being able to do more meaningful things. So the Five of Wands can indicate internal conflict, internal struggle. So many of you will be able to release that internal conflict or internal struggle. Alternatively, Five of Wands can be disagreements or struggles with other people, arguing, bickering, fighting. And so some of you, this arguing, bickering, fighting has been going on for quite some time, and it's been distracting you from more important things, more important endeavors. And so I'm not saying this to be a negative Nancy or a negative Nelly, but I just kind of feel the feeling and the vibe here that for some of you, as we're coming into the full moon in Aries, there could be some kind of outburst. There could be some kind of fight or disagreement where it's just all getting laid out. It's getting put out on the table, right? Like these are the sacrifices I've been making. These are the things that are going unnoticed. Because this is the thing, Libra. You guys are oftentimes seen as very level-headed, right? Libra is always going to be the kind of person that you think about the underdog and you think about all sides of the situation. You don't go into things willy-nilly, right? You don't make decisions overnight. You think about every aspect. If I do this, there's going to be this action, this consequence. Is this fair? Is this ethical? You guys always think about all those little different angles. And so some of you, I feel, are frustrated because you feel like you're putting so much thought, so much energy, so much consideration, so much planning into things, but you feel like you're dealing with people that it's going unnoticed and unappreciated. Meanwhile, you're like, well, here's all the things I'm not getting to do for me because I'm doing all this stuff for this organization or this cause or this person. And so you might be coming close to losing your temper or just kind of letting it all out and letting it be known like, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated, right? Libras aren't necessarily known for like, popping off on people. But some of you might be feeling that energy. And it's because you feel aggravated and angry and irritated that you haven't been able to get to the things that you want to do. So I feel that drive, that desire is becoming so strong in you that for some of you, it's helping you to overcome your fear of approaching the situation or, walking away from certain agreements or contracts where you just feel like you can't hold it in anymore. Okay, you can't hold it anymore, and you're not having as much patience anymore for anyone or anything that's not aligned with the bigger picture, with the bigger goal, with your bigger desire. You don't have the patience. You're running out of patience. So if you're a cross watcher, watching because there's a Libra in your life, I would say take Libra very seriously right now. This isn't a phase. It's not like, this isn't like being overly sensitive or being in a bad mood, or, oh, maybe like, the retrogrades, or maybe it's just emotions are high because of the full moon. It's much deeper than that. Much, much deeper than that. Libra is at a crossroads, and this crossroads is directly connected to authenticity, soul mission, identity. They don't have time to play. They feel like they're running out of time. And so what Libra is saying right now, it's real. It's serious. Don't just sweep it under the rug. Don't just underestimate it. Or think that it's like something over the top or extra. It's not extra. This is the truth. The truth is being revealed, and the truth is coming out. I feel, Libra, that some of you might even find yourself to the point where you're like, that's it. Like, I'm even done with this argument. I've said everything I have to say. They heard me. They didn't. I'm done. I'm not speaking on this ever again. Like, you're so ready to walk away and just not give this any more time. Like, I said it. You don't understand me. You don't understand me. I spoke it. I didn't stutter. Like, this is on you if you heard me or not. I don't care. I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm not going to explain it. I've made up my mind. I've made my decision. That's it. No, end of discussion. So I feel in this way, for a lot of you, not only is this coming up, it's coming up and it's being case closed, case shut. We're not bringing this up again. We're not going to argue about this for, months and months and months. We're not going to go back and forth. My mind is made. End of story. The next card that's coming up here for Libra is the Devil. Holy cannoli. You guys, look at this. You have so many major arcana cards coming in. So even though I'm reading and I'm setting the intention for the 18th through the 24th, this energy is going to be around for a while. And it might be a little roller coastery, my dear. There might be very high highs and very low lows, but don't let it discourage you. You're going very, very quickly into a time of really fast, important, positive changes, permanent changes, where you're not having to start over again. I feel that's another frustration Libra has. Like, you're feeling like you can't seem to get ahead, or you do really well and then something happens and you find yourself starting all over again, right? Some of you are very frustrated with having to make some kind of career change, or having to make some kind of change in the way that you're working or the way that you're bringing in money, and you're seeing it as, here I go again, starting over again. I'm getting too old for this nonsense. Like, some of you are feeling very angry and very frustrated. So even though it feels roller coastery, I feel like this is it. Like, you're going to come off the roller coaster into stable energy. There's not going to be starting over again. It's going to be permanent. You're bringing about permanent stability. That's what I feel coming in for Libra. Now, the Devil card can indicate that some of you are dealing with a Capricorn. Once again, if you have a Capricorn placement, there could be really big changes happening in that area of your life for you. However, okay, the Devil card can indicate lust, greed. It can also indicate fears or addictions. Okay, so as these big changes are happening, the biggest challenge for you guys is going to be yourself, the negative ego. So some of you, as these pressures are coming up, you may be tempted to lean on certain vices. And if you do, it's going to sabotage you and slow down your progress. Some of you are battling the negative ego. Okay, the negative ego is going to hate change. It hates and despises change. Even when the change is positive and it's a good thing, negative ego hates it. So the closer you are to a big change, and the bigger the change is, the louder the negative ego becomes. So some of you might find yourself really struggling with this self-defeating, negative, mean way of like thought, like this very mean record playing in your head, you know, just really putting you down, making you feel like it's hopeless, just give up, it's over, it's too late. Like just this mean record playing in your head, insulting you, tearing you down, discouraging you. When you catch that happening, take a moment, take a deep breath, and remind yourself and say, you know what, I remember Amethyst talking about this. I must be super close to a massive breakthrough. The closer you are to a massive breakthrough, the louder the negative ego is. Okay? Sometimes the negative ego will try to freak us out and discourage us by telling us all the things that are going to, quote unquote, probably go wrong or will go wrong, right? Take that as a gift. Okay, all right, thank you, negative ego. These are possibilities. This might be issues. These might be issues that I might encounter. And then take a moment to ask yourself, okay, if this problem arises, how might I get around it? What might be a good safety net? What might be a good plan B? Or how could I prepare ahead so that I don't walk into this issue, so that I don't walk into this scenario? Then you're like, all right, thank you, negative ego. Keep it coming. That was helpful, right? You can turn it around. You can turn it around. You can be in charge of the ego. The ego doesn't have to be in charge of you. Okay? But when you find yourself super discouraged, remind yourself, wow, there's a massive change coming, and this is going to be a big one. I'm getting really close to succeeding, that this opposition is coming in. And you can silence it. You can shut it up. Okay? Now, Libra, you may want to check out your moon sign or your rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you guys. I have the link in the description. Also, I just want to let you guys know, I've set aside some time now to start doing more like one-on-one. Well, it's a private reading, but like setting aside time to where I can really focus on energy and go a little bit deeper and do readings where I can also do a custom affirmation. So like if you guys are feeling stuck, if you're feeling blocked, I can do a reading kind of looking into what might be under the surface, what might be some ways of getting unstuck, and then depending on what comes up in the reading, I'll give you an affirmation that you can do to help you with your situation or scenario. I've noticed a lot of people need that right now. It's a service back in the day I used to offer, I used to do, and I was charging a lot more for it back then. But I know times are tough. I know a lot of people are stuck. So I'm not charging what I used to charge for it. I used to charge like $200 for it, but now I'm doing those for $75. I have other readings too that are less than that, but they're not affirmation readings. But again, I try to have different things that I can offer for different people to kind of help with wherever you might be at in terms of your budget if you're wanting a private reading. If you can't afford a private reading, watch your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus. You know, sometimes that's a really great way of getting more personal, even though they're still general, more personal based on your placements. That can be helpful as well. But I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Have a wonderful week, my dears. Again, happy birthday to the Libras coming in here on the tail end. Have a wonderful week, my dears.